Hello, hello, hello. I have just remembered I left the monitor on so I can hear myself, which I need to fix. But this is definitely going to be a weird setup today. So I think we'll get into it. So give me just 1 second. Fix stuff. Then we'll be getting started. All right. And everyone's still hearing me, and I'm realizing this window is not working good. There we go. Now I can do it. Hello. Hello, some guy. Okay, so note before I get started. I am definitely in a weird thing. Okay, I need to fix something. Okay, then, oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I can see stuff. And I can see chat. You ever see me do this where I've got one of my arms in front of me? That's because I'm looking at chat. I have you attached to my left arm. Game is taking a second. Having connection. Doesn't like me moving in and out, in and out, in and out. How do I sound, everyone? Am I too quiet, loud, just right? There we go. All right. Okay. I want to give a couple minutes for people to file in. But it was easier for me to get into game earlier because I have to set myself. Computer is over there, way over there. I am in center of space, and I have room. The only thing I can't deal with, and we've frozen again. It likes to do it apparently. Okay, we good? Is game happy? Okay. I think we're happy. Everything's looking good. How is the smoothness as I look around, which is something I'm going to need to be conscious of. It looks like we're lagging just a little bit. Is this an OBS problem? No, we are not dropping. Let me take a second and fix some of this. We're video. I need to, I think, go over to my computer. I was trying to see if I could do it from the in menu, but I don't think I can. Okay, 1 second. Are we happy? I think it might be happy. I'm not getting lag, but I think you guys are getting a little bit of lag. How does it look to you guys? Are we looking good? I think I'm looking good. A sec, when it freezes. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. Alright. Yes, I know, I've made it upset again. Give me 1 second. Pick one other thing. Happier now. Think we might be happier now? Yeah, we look to be happier now. How's everybody doing? Cat, are we here? Is everyone? Are we alive? No guy was in the chat a little bit ago. just want to make sure that I am not... I have you guys down kind of in the corner here. Which is why I'm looking off into a space of floor. That way I can still see the rest of the game and kind of get an idea. So, and I will let you guys know. So, I can see all the way out to here. This is the orbs at the edge of my vision, which I'm pretty sure is completely off screen. It is. So, I'm going to do my very best to keep things kind of in this range, which is the range you guys can see. But that may not always happen. Okay. Are we all good? Everything look good? Everything sound good? Just want to be sure while I'm getting this started up. Do my best. I do want to know if this is not working, I can switch to the flat version of the game, which I should mention. The reason we're doing this stream. This game, Moss, just got a non-VR version called Moss the Forgotten Relic. It includes this game and the sequel. I very much love and enjoy this game. I played a little bit of the flat version. I don't think it plays quite as well. It plays still pretty good, but there are certain things that you can't do quite as well. Just in non-VR space. They have limits. Okay. Alright. That being said, we're going to try to play through this. If this goes well, we will play through the sequel. If we do have some issues with the VR space, we'll look at going to the non-VR. But I want to try this out for at least one stream. Let's start it off. Oh, also note, occasionally this game likes to blind you. Fair warning now. If I remember, I will let you know before it happens. It'll work. I know these occasionally interact. I don't want to interact with me right now. Might be in the second one.
Your time has come at last, dear reader. While we began this tale long ago, we hope it is yours to finish. But this story is not yours alone. No, it is tied to another. And the journey you take together could change the fate of both our worlds. Shall we begin? They called it the Cinder Night. What came from those dark, starless skies would change the world of Moss forever. The peace that had settled across the land was broken by an unconquerable nightmare. And that night, the animals nearly met their end.
Such things made it upset. Second. We've touched things and made some things upset. I'm gonna continue to touch them. I'm realizing I need to be able to see something. Okay. Alright. That way, you guys are now up there in the corner. I can see you better. But whenever I move my mouse over you, it upsets the game. Do a little bit higher so that's less likely to happen. The game does not like losing focus. We're learning here today. Come on. There we go. Okay.
First, they killed the king. A winged creature broke from the shadows and plucked him from his royal bedchamber high atop the tallest tower. Next, The serpent Sarfog and the armies of the Arcane tore up from the underworld. They ravaged the castle in search of that which gave the king power beyond understanding. One of the fabled glass relics. The King's Guard fought bravely, but the castle soon pulsed with the Arcane's evil. Every room was gutted, every statue, tapestry, and adornment hexed. But the glass was never found. Even the reclusive sprites set aside their differences on that fated night. They sent a great champion, empowered by their own glass relic, to challenge the serpent and its steel army. Meanwhile, Sir Argus, commander of the King's Guard, led the survivors west through a temple long abandoned by their ancestors and far away from their newly risen enemies. It was an arduous escape. Finally, after passage beneath the impassable mire, they found refuge in a clearing hidden safely in the trees. Argus charged back to join the Sprite champion at the mire's edge. Together, they fought back the Arcane and sealed the temple passage that led to the clearing. But the champion was gravely injured. Clutching his glass, he retreated deep into the forest where he drew his last breath. A large tree grew upon him. It stood many years in watchful duty, safeguarding the glass and awaiting its next hero.
Flashbang.
That hero, albeit an unlikely one, did arrive at a time she'd be needed most. Quill was out adventuring beyond the edge of the clearing. Dusk was creeping in, but she wondered what she might find if she went just a little farther.
Sorry for the microphone bonk. I cannot physically see where it is.
She was not exactly sure what she roused, but she felt no danger from the beings silently peering down at her. Quill had to hurry. The village gates would soon close, and night would follow.
1 second. I think some of my settings are wrong. That's why. Don't know when. Yay. Yes, I would like to be setting. Okay, let me real fast check. Okay. I'm going to restart the game real fast. Because yeah, there's a lot more interaction with the game than I have. You guys get to see. Okay, first I've got to let the game be upset. We One moment. Technical difficulties. Okay. Everything seems to be going good, though. Just gotta relaunch the game. Gives me a chance. I think there's hair in my face. Which has been bothering me. It's me. Get it out of my face. There we go. I think
That
we gotta
hero,
relaunch this.
albeit an unlikely one, did arrive at a time she'd be needed most.
Yep, that's not what I want this, just to make sure it did, in fact. Yep, okay. There we go. Okay, I guess I can look at other things on a repeat of this, because I can't.
Quill was out adventuring beyond the edge of the clearing. Dusk was creeping in, but she wondered what she might find if she went just a little farther. She was not exactly sure what she roused, but she felt no danger from the being silently peering down at her. Quill had to hurry. The village gates would soon close, and night would follow.
Got a weird mask that we got. We can practice more things. Okay. Now I can control Phil. Okay. I will say, the non-VR version does look a little bit nicer. But they also did not have to worry about VR. The things seem real bright. I think that. Setting. Might not be. 1 second. General. There we go. I do not know why my display brightness was at 130%. Watching out colors is so mess with a lot of things. I'm going to do my best to stay at the center of my business. That's for when we fall. If we fall.
Night, her uncle often warned, was when danger was most present. But Quill preferred the stories of the magical creatures that woke to protect the forest.
The gate closed. And like in every appropriate adventure game since Legend of Zelda. Oh, we're... Okay, we went back in time a little bit. We can break the boxes. We get stuff. We are a menace to society. The littlest menace to society. Alright. Let's continue to be a menace. Being a menace does have a purpose. Okay, we've got all the boxes. The fact that this leaf right here has a little bit of physics is silly. The thing about having like clean cam that you can't really get with the non-VR is like you can see all of the of which since they like have a follow cam, sometimes it'll give you like this view, but it won't ever like give you a fully like pre-row, which is a little sad because they made some very good little sets. That's not... I'd say it's been a while since I've done this puzzle, but I literally did this yesterday. You gotta go this. Important to grab the collectibles. I will also mention if anyone does want to play this on VR, I know it's on Quest 2 that you can play both of these. I do not know if it plays on Quest 1. I'm pretty sure the second does. But you can also do it sitting, and it actually recommends you do it sitting. I'm a weirdo, I like to stand.
Thanks to her new friend, Quill had saved priceless grains from the hourglass. She raced to the door of the cottage she shared with her uncle. hoping once he saw her discovery, he'd lose himself in tales of its legend.
Squirrel mount. Squirrel mount. Okay. Now we're gonna do what we're doing. Flashbang. It's not helpful when I say it after the fact, but I don't always remember. This is also the game's loading screen. I can tell because it's taking a hot second to load. I'm watching the fog slowly fade away.
Uncle Argus was watching the evening light dim when Quill burst through the front door of their cottage. Uncle! Uncle, there's something you have to see!
I am getting this as choppy as you probably are.
Out past the bell again, he scolded. Quill, I've told you countless times. I know, Quill replied, crestfallen. I didn't
Okay, I'm gonna give the game a second.
mean to worry you, but I found something strange and magical.
Nope. Okay, give me a second. I'm unsure why we are lagging quite so bad. Game has never lagged quite this badly before. Oh, okay, now we're a little settled. We settled now? Nope. The minute we go out of the pause menu, something's making this game upset. One moment while I look at things. Very weird that the pause menu settles it down. Okay. Okay. One second. I think we're going to restart the game real fast, but I'm going to take a moment. I think we're going to run a little bit of ads while I fix the thing.
Uncle Argus was watching the evening light dim when Quill burst through the front door of their cottage. Uncle! Uncle, there's something you have to see! Out past the bell again, he scolded. Quill, I've told you countless times. I know, Quill replied, crestfallen. I didn't mean to worry you. But I found something strange.
Okay. I'm hoping this fixes it. If it doesn't, I think we're gonna switch to the flat version. Not my desire, but I don't know why we're lagging so bad, and it's something I
Uncle
probably
Argus was watching the evening light dim when Quill burst through the front
Hey, game. We're still on a loading screen.
door of their cottage. Uncle! Uncle,
I
there's
will get
something
off
you
of
have
the
to
VR back.
see! Out.
Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay.
Past the bell again, he scolded. Quill, I've told you countless times.
Okay. Things seem to be working. Give me 1 second, and I get you guys in here. Okay. Not much to do it that way. Okay. Give me 1 second. Uh, no. Okay. I had to drop it back down to low settings. Whatever is where I'm at the moment, so.
I know, Quill replied, crestfallen. I didn't mean to worry you. But I found something strange and magical.
Yep, are we back to being upset? It seems to not like being captured. Let me check. Did it decide to minimize itself? It did decide to minimize itself. That's fine. Okay. We're gonna see if it likes us. No, it's very upsetty. How does it feel? Okay, are we happy?
Quill's hands trembled as she showed him the glass.
Think
What
we might
is
be
it?
Good?
She asked. A look of panic spilled over her uncle's stoic exterior.
Where did you find this?
Roared Uncle Argus. Quill had never seen her uncle so shaken. Just west of the clearing, she explained. And as soon as I picked it up, something started helping me. Uncle Argus followed her motion.
A reader. With you, here, right now? Quill, what you found is very powerful and very dangerous,
He said with great concern.
If I could take this burden from you, I would. But this reader has chosen.
We have chosen, and Quill is my choice.
Even with the moon full and bright, I must go right away.
Quill pressed. Where are you going? I can help. We can help.
No!
He snapped.
They'll find you and tear you apart. I have to go alone. It is for your own safety and for everyone here in the clearing.
His long, heartfelt hug told her he was heading for danger.
I'll be back before midnight. Until I return, I need your word you will not leave the clearing with that glass. Promise me, Quill.
I promise, she said reluctantly, wondering where her uncle was going so deep into the night.
We're definitely going to follow those instructions, and we're not going to deviate whatsoever. Also, flashbang incoming. Okay, flashbang is over.
Hey, kid! Kid! Wake up! Hey, kid, over here! I know where your uncle went. I can show you. You're twofold now, very important. Bring that glass, and your sidekick too. We're going to need them. Quill called out, Hey! Starthing, wait!
There's a lot of little details here that you can't quite, get up on in the same way that you can in VR. Only so close I can get, due to there being things here. But that's another collectible. And a bee. And a little cage.
Quill had never met a Starthing. In campfire stories, they often meddled in the lives of mortals. And when they appeared, mischief followed.
Yeah, menace. Little herd of acorns back there. It's very good.
Passage through the eastern gate was strictly forbidden. But despite her promise, Quill knew in her heart that Uncle Argus needed her. Quill demanded answers. Starthing, you can't just barge in here with your riddles. Where is he? What do you know?
No, there's not. It has been a minute since I have played this. I'm now also turned almost 90 degrees from starting position, so I'm turned definitely away from the mic.
The trouble your uncle's heading for is the kind only you and that silent giant up there can get him out of.
If I ever look longingly up into the sky, it is because I am checking on you, chat, to make sure you are fine and good.
This way, kid, urged the Starthing. And
Look
don't
to the
forget to
strange
tuck your
portal.
ears in.
That isn't at all. I'm curious. We're gonna just for a second once we get into the next area. I know there are subtitles. I wonder if Quill gets subtitles. I don't know ASL. I'm gonna hop in. Just gonna check. At very least subtitles. For people. This was a good idea. Oh, hi, dear. Hi. Nope. Something much easier to make. Going around. Got that thing. Here's the big deer. Here's the deer. Have a little scroll up here. To run to Nero. I don't think so. One of my minor complaints about the Aquaman thing. This is an interact you cannot get in the flat version, because you cannot drag the camera real close to Quill. But she'll try and touch. You can pet Quill. I just haven't done that very much. You grab but as I was saying...
Just on the other side is the mire, the Starthing assured her. There's a good chance your uncle's still there.
I'll try it. Without knowing the bounds of my vision, I'm gonna do my best to keep subtitles and everything in frame. Alright. But my one complaint, so
Did you hear that? The starling seemed anxious. I've ruffled enough leaves in these parts. I can't be seen with you. I'll catch up with you later. Just don't go and die on me.
Okay. One of the problems I've had so far with the non-VR version is in them having control over the camera. There was absolutely nothing I could do there to say no. Okay. Anquil does not get subtitles. I believe that is signed. The non-VR game tends to pull the camera away and do the, oh, look at all of these interactables. Why don't you interact with them? And it's like, this is a puzzle game primarily. Can you stop showing me the puzzles and how to solve them? Like, in some respects, I understand they didn't make, like, a fully realized, like, camera that you can really, truly mess with and mess with. So, it's easier if they show you things. But it's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite choice. Over here. Ah. Also a change I'm realizing, because I played through this segment. This... No, there is not. There's the thing around here. Oh, there it is. So I'm gonna... Okay. Wait, that is where, like... I keep wanting to do something back on that ledge. There's not. Right. Make this jump. I think we probably could have made that jump. Let's get you back over. No. There we go. Okay. We apparently do not want to right there. Alright. And... up we go. Game, what's over there? It looks like nothing, so I'm not going to further investigate that, because I'm pretty sure that that's nothing. Now into the suspicious arena-shaped area. That I would like to get rid of. For no reason. Combat's also a lot easier, so... say that as I get there, because that's just the appropriate thing to happen. So, you can move these little things, little bugs around. And kind of control them, and it's easier when you have two hands.
A whisper echoed through the trees.
Fought like someone who has stolen our champion's power.
Flashbang! Ah!
A small yet fantastical band of sprites emerged, surrounding Quill.
I'm Veda, Root Seer of the Mire, and you have crossed into our domain.
Rogue. Big rogue.
She sized up Quill with a rueful gaze, then turned her attention upward.
I sense you there too. I have not felt the presence of such a promising reader in some time.
A youthful warrior marched forward.
Rootseer, I'm prepared to honor our great champion's legacy.
Rodent, give us our glass. Quill stepped closer. Where is my uncle? If you've hurt him...
Silence!
Veda thundered back.
It was Argus who summoned us here, and now I see why. Young one, I'm afraid the trees hum of attack. Your uncle's been taken to the castle of your ancestors.
Quill's knees buckled as Veda continued.
Argus put himself at great risk calling for us. Your uncle once took a solemn oath to protect the glass of your fallen king. He is the only one left who knows where it's been hidden. The Arcane have long sought to wrest that knowledge from him. And you dare to cross into the mire with our glass? Sarfog will soon burn through this forest looking to tear you and your reader apart. Unless, of course, you find them first. Take these. Weapons made for the mighty champion who died so that your people could live.
Quill felt its otherworldly power course through her.
Find your uncle twofold before the serpent and its masters break him.
The warrior fumed.
Our glass with her? Rootseer! She's minuscule! Come now. The reader has chosen its hero. We must let their story unfold.
Veda replied with a frost of finality, and vanished into the shadows of the mire.
Okay, I think the next, I'm pretty sure the next is a flashbang. I do want to mention that these are the little scroll collectibles that we're collecting. Filling this out. And this is what we get for vandalism. Get a little bit of dust. So, flashbang. Okay, I need to aim myself a little lower than I think I do. As a note. You guys see more of the top half of my vision. You do the bottom half, which is not how I would have done it. You know, not my decisions. Okay, right there. Ta-da! I'm really surprised how many of those pieces I remember. Yeah, I'm really bad at picking where the camera is. I am just noticing. Alright, again. Alright.
Quill's favorite story. How Sir Argus fought beside the Sprite Champion to seal this temple from the arcane and secured the survival of their kinds. Simply standing in their heroic footsteps felt like a great honor.
There you go. Huh. I'm expecting as much blackness as you can. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. That was definitely weird, and not something I've had happen before. There we go. There we go. I get a little past the line. Don't think this has a scroll on it. None that I can see, at least. Oh, this looks lovely. Scroll. Nope, that did not work. Sword. Having trouble. There we go. Yeah. Nope. Did not work as well as I hoped. What I need to do is come around here. Something to destroy? No. Oh no, well. I don't know if I've ever managed to kill Quill that way. Game. There we go. Just took a second. Alright. Oh. It's currently not useful. Over here with all the pots. Being a menace. Also, hi, Star. I saw that you were in chat. Reading chat isn't the easiest thing in VR, but I can read chat. Mainly just because chat is very small and far away. The way that I have it right now. Causes a huge amount of issues. Okay. Letter. Did I see that? Okay. Here's the little bug. Nope. We do not want to attack him, Quill. Please stand on this left. Remember how to solve this puzzle. Okay. You are. So we got it. We did it. It helps if I just don't drop Quill into a little more. I'm upsetting the little bug. The little bug over here keeps getting upset every time I manage to see Quill. go. Okay. You think I probably want. Thank you. Oh, that's like. Well, I'm seeing something we missed. Where would we go back? Aside from murder. Is not my desired outcome. Restart checkpoint. Hoping that doesn't take me back more than the beginning of this room. It does not. Part of me was like, ah, yes, let's move, and my hand moved the thumbstick as I was moving the thing, which isn't a good excuse for murdering my card, but it is what happened. Oh, you are very okay. He runs, he runs, he runs, he runs. There we go. There we go. Keep going down the hall. Now we're up here, in this room. I could drop back down for no good reason. Nope. There's Bill. That's okay. High five. Press the big thing, not the little thing. Okay. Don't think you missed anything here. I'm gonna look around. See. I think that's it. This was originally a free DLC, but I have never actually played the game without this set free DLC.
Quill hoped this was a shortcut to the castle. What she found was a strange and vibrant place shrouded in perpetual twilight. But something about it was oddly familiar.
I don't think I ever put together that this is like the opening area, slightly recolored, and then this whole section added.
We're infested.
A grumble echoed from the cave.
And why would I do that?
It croaked loudly, annoyed at either nothing or something.
You in there!
Declared Quill boldly.
Where are we? I'm looking for the fastest way to the castle.
Quill recognized the toad as Veda's steed from the mire. Seemingly oblivious to Quill, he continued.
Fine. I'll open the route. Give them your fancy test. But you're only digging yourself a deeper grave with roots Seer Veda.
I see cuts.
If Veda knew I led you here, she'd burn my roots from existence.
A voice rose from the soil, gently shaking the branches.
But I need to know you can handle the perils of the castle.
Okay. Here is where my ability to look around is super helpful, and I'm assuming the camera in the flat game would just give you space around. Okay, but there we go. That was the wrong thing to do entirely. But hey, I am not punished. Not really. More pots in the corner. Oh, there's pots. I don't know if these actually give me anything because probably should go through there, but I want to explore the rest of this room. There is a gap. Mind the gap. We are never punished for our hubris. No, we are not. Take a second to read that. We are never punished for our hubris. She won't start now. Grab the line. Let me get that fast. The golden arm.
No animal has ever crossed into a sprite's heartwood. The words radiated from the leaves. You must prove I've not erred in giving you the glass relic.
Not erred in giving Will the glass relic. To me, that's debatable. surprised it is useful. Okay, put this in. There we go. Ta-da! Drink their pot. Oh, and that's why those things are there, because I need pot. Okay. That's definitely little cheeky wheels, but that's fine, game. I'll take it.
A good start, but we'll have more work to do if Veda is ever going to accept you as her champion. I'll summon you again when you're ready.
Yay. Hey. Slightly more impressive high five.
Quill and the Reader were reunited with the Toad of cantankerous disposition. One test. Small flies, if you ask me. I doubt they'll even find the second portal back.
Okay. Now back to the mission at hand. Can I get up here? Can I destroy these? I can. Go down the big hall later. Back. See what I must do. There we go. I think I'm gonna wait here. We're gonna have ads in a second. Do I think I can do this room before ads pop up? Is the question. I've got like 3 minutes. Maybe. We're gonna try. Otherwise, I'll pause if I can. see it. Ah! Successfully murdered. Also, the game has decided that it keeps trying to minimize itself. Okay. I am pretty sure we are supposed to get ads in the next couple of seconds. Now, I am going to wait here. Pause. Nothing happens. And I'm gonna walk over. Okay, 30 seconds. I was waiting for my thing to let me know, and it just did. We do now have different equipment. We now have different weapons. We've had different weapons for a second. We do have different armor. We want the original green or the better armor. I don't know if this is just cosmetic now or not. I do know that it does affect something. I like it. I did not take that. So I'm gonna do that while we're okay, there we go. Ads. I have no clue how that looks in non-VR. Yeah, I know. Okay. I think we are using a left, right? Alright. While we're in ad time, I'm figuring out how VR seems to work. It seems to be using my left eye, which is a little bit... I know, Will. Thank you for being helpful. Probably just awesome. Well, we wait. 50 seconds left. 50 seconds left. I'm looking at my OBS. We have dropped some frames. That's good. Dropped 10,000 frames so far. I'm wondering if that wasn't in some of the times where we were having issues. We've been good and stable for a little bit. Okay. 17 seconds left. We are back. Alright. Now... not quite too helpful. Lever. I did notice, and this is part of the reason I think some of my it's weird for me a little bit. Using my left eye specifically. Yes, I know, but I'm not So I will say also, so exactly like the direction I'm pointing in. They are close. We're gonna go to the right first. No, I could have gone to the left. Okay. All right here. Game has decided to minimize itself again. That seems to be when we freak out is when game decided it no longer. Okay. These are very, very enthusiastic, so I do not require. I see what we're supposed to do. I might need to actually rotate this a little bit. Up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs. Eee. And this lever in the corner. Guess I can. Up and around, and here we go. Yeah, no, I know. Well. made it up. Okay. Ooh. Treasure chest. Of course. Lots of shiny glitter. I don't know what else there could be. Okay. There is a gap. What's in the box? A hexagon of some form of description. Over here. So just through the hallway. Oh. Brings us back up here. How beautiful. I am noticing now, down the hall, what looks like a hexagon-shaped hole. Oh, okay. There. Click it in. I vaguely remember doing this, I don't remember why. It's not what I wanted. Okay, we've got the blue flame lit. I don't know what that does. I never actually really looked at people. That's just right. That's the mind towards the animals. We have a reader over here. And some form of praise. Looks like it. Not pay attention to the doors before they open. Oh, I remember this. Echo. Select the fun. This is where we're gonna be for a second. Oh, not what we wanted. Let's see what it wants me to do. Okay, if I put them in the right spot, restart, apparently. He's coming out. Now come here. Wrong side. Okay, this is a thing that I did not know. Combat fire. Okay, over here. I never paid attention. There it is. I have to go to the one that had the little uppy bit. Okay. Night, buddy. Okay. Oh, we're done. Success. The last two got done together. Success. Alright. So I'm pretty sure there isn't any combat coming up. That makes me feel better.
Quill felt a swell of pride as she approached the Cavern River. Its guiding banks once led her people to safety after the Cinder Night. Now, all these years later, she would follow it back. That's the way I'm coming. Regular people-sized thing. Flashbang a little bit. It's less bad because it was already kind of bright. Quill's muscles ached and her eyes grew heavy. She decided it best to set up camp and rest before journeying on to the castle.
Hey, kid. Good. You're alive.
The starling spoke as it circled the campfire. Quill gasped in shock as the starling unveiled monstrous wings and curled horns. It descended, talons gleaming.
Oh, dear. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not scared.
Quill replied.
I just didn't know starlings were feathered.
This starving thing's gotta go, kid. The name's Adurin. No, we aren't feathered. Only me. I'm working on it. Let's just say choosing the wrong friends comes with a price. But you seem like a good friend to have.
Thanks, I think.
Quill readied her meal and paused to take in the strange winged creature who now called her friend. As a field of stars bloomed over the sky, their campfire conversations deepened.
He's all I have. If I lose him, I don't know what I'll do,
confided Quill. Adurin looked down at his wings.
If I help you find him, can you help me?
If we can.
We will, Starling. I mean, Adurin. Although Quill was far from the safety and comfort of her nook in the cottage, her exhaustion led her into a deep sleep.
Hey, Ghostface. A lot of folks have been waiting for a reader like you to return. I know I have. I'm going to scout the castle up ahead. Keep her safe, okay? For both our sakes.
Okay. And towards more adventure.
Durin was nowhere to be found. But looming high on a distant bluff was the castle, a stark reminder of what mattered most. Quill drew a deep breath and readied herself for the journey ahead. Upon their return, it was evident the toad had not warmed to their company.
You really are asking for it. When they fail this second test, dibs on the runt for dinner.
He muttered, to no one in particular.
Should probably over here in DLC land. Get
heard through my little buds that you've made great strides on your journey. The voice rang from the wood. But the true test of twofold requires mastery from you both.
I think that's right. Okay, we are locked in. A different sense than normal. The lever. Okay, that's a new. Assuming that we're gonna get our new fancy piece of equipment. Yep.
The Arcane are enraged by your bond. The stronger it becomes, the harder you'll be to defeat. Reader, through this sword, Quill can channel your energy.
That's definitely gonna be kept on. got screwed, video games. You know it. You know it. Back here. Okay. Fine. Very uncomfortable because of this area I cannot see. Alright. And so the question, because I see you're talking, Star. What is your opinion about how this is in VR? Game side 2. What's your opinion? It's very pretty good make. Any of the VR-ness, like, the fact that the camera shakes a little bit, stuff like that. Goes out to kind of everyone. How are we feeling about the VR feature? Because I can definitely swap to the flat version if it bothers anyone. Not much I can do about the slight camera shake because I am not that good. As to be able to like that perfectly still. But what do you want? No, we're doing this right. Looks like you guessed me. Here and
Be steadfast with this one, Rita, advised the voice. Things will get difficult, but you mustn't close the book on your hero.
high five. Also, there are pots over here to break. We are here for the pots. Okay. Okay.
Quill felt more assured, more ready for the dangers of the castle.
The toad, however, was not yet impressed.
Still just a rodent in champion's clothes, if you ask me. Doubt they'll find the last portal back here.
I think I'd find this one. Destroy. I like destroying pots. This is the key important part of that statement. I like destroying the personally, I think that's but disagree again. Okay, we seem to have disagreed again. I guess game is very generous there. Wasn't great. Try that away, baby. Yep. Is there a lever here somewhere? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. There we go. Lever's behind the gate. Gonna do the whole thing again. I thought I maybe was able to jump real fast, and then Bo was not moving fast enough. And I was like, oh no, okay. I was able to recover. Recovery! Oh, I see what I need them for. Yep. Alright. Probably don't. How much do I not? I have that. I don't think I'm even supposed to use that. I think I'm supposed to press the button, but you know. Okay, so we gotta get that crap. Okay. Around the corner. Let's go. Cool. Let's get this on. I wanna. Oh, I should have got this up. Oh, I'll have to do it again. I have to do it again at some point. Yeah. back here. realize I've also slowly and progressively moved further and further back from the microphone. Elevator! Hopefully I had not gotten too quiet. The elevator does not sound great. Oh. High five. Alright. Okay. And got a little bit more. I do occasionally have to get it. Look up and try. Up into the darkness. Shadows. Also where I can see chat. Or in the darkness. Anyways. We have made it out of the mine. Success! Okay.
She'd seen this view before, in a drawing from her uncle's library. Being here made her heart flutter, and then sink. If the story of her family had been different, this would have been her home.
I see it. I see it. And away we go.
Durin was back. Hey, kid. You took long enough. I found your uncle, but the Master Sentry's been activated. I'm trying to sort it out. This way! My uncle? Is he okay? Quilly called. He's alive for now. We must act quickly. As long as that Master Sentry is watching, the path to the castle is a dead end. Maybe you two can find a way to shut it down. And I'll, keep watch.
Persistent little furball. I'll give her that.
remarked the toad.
A most sacred test, if you insist. But you can't hide this from Veda.
Veda may never speak to me again. The voice seemed pained. But if you succeed, she'll have to accept certain truths about the glass she has long denied.
lies ahead may break you. But these rituals are the only way to earn the allegiance of the sprites and prove the glass is best held with you. Quill. It was an honor to fight beside your uncle, and now an even greater one to see you as my successor.
You fought beside my uncle? Are you?
Quill felt like she was dreaming. Before her was the great Sprite Champion. Her uncle spoke of his legend often.
Wait! Don't go!
Quill shouted into the ether. It's time for you to show us the way. The voice folded back into the leaves. Now hurry! August needs you! He was gone. Quill was deeply honored. She'd earned the blessing of her hero, and perhaps also the Toad's respect.
I'm sorry I considered you for supper.
He offered.
You best be on your way. Ada won't be pleased about any of this.
Quill wondered, what would happen if she crossed Veda's path? And would she ever see the Sprite Champion again? You're all clear, kid.
Adurin affirmed.
It should be a straight shot to the castle now. Come on!
We're trapped!
Cried Quill.
Can you open these doors too?
Oh no, these are powerful arcane hexes. I can try.
Shouted Adurin.
We have to get out of here! Down here! It's the only way!
made a terrible mistake. What is this place? What's that smell? Durin? I'm so sorry, Quill. I really am. All remained still, save for a blazing shadow poised to strike. Quill's insides felt like quicksand sinking in terror at the sight. The shape lunged, metal crashed, and Adurin's light went out. Quill's beating heart drew Sarfog's attention. It was a monster of such harrowing enormity that survival seemed impossible. But then, the reader illuminated a break in the stone. Quill dove, the opening just big enough, and narrowly escaped the snap of Sarfog's fiery jaw. Instinct fueled Quill's desperate flee. The littered limbs of those before her served as haunting reminders that this was where so many before her met their end. Her adrenaline waned. Trembling and anchored by a heavy heart, she slowed, stumbled, and crumpled to the cold ground. Quill had never felt more small and helpless. It would take an army to defeat Sarfog. Then, she felt a gentle touch of warmth and mustered the strength to look up. The reader was still there, expressionless as always, but unwavering in their loyalty. Quill felt the depth of their connection, the strength that came with being twofold. They'd come so far, together. My friend, I need your help. If we don't face Sarfog now, my uncle will die. And that monster won't stop until you and I are torn apart. Will you stay with me and try? Quill searched the silent halls.
Uncle? Uncle!
She called, but only her echoes responded.
Quill, is that really you? You have to get out of here. If Sarfog finds you.
Uncle, Sarfog is dead. His voice trembled as he spoke.
The glass. The reader. You've bonded. I wanted to keep you safe from all this. It is not a burden you can bear alone.
I'm not alone.
My Quill, twofold and strong.
He resigned. We're safe now, she assured him. Let's go home.
No, Quill. You've never been in more danger.
His voice faltered.
The Arcane do not end with Sarfog. The King's glass, hidden here in the castle. You must reclaim it.
Where?
We're ready. A promising beginning indeed. For so long, another has toiled to write an end for us all. But your bond with Quill grows strong. Your fates, yet still unwritten, are now entwined. And that gives us hope. Yes, your journey together is far from over. Rest now, dear reader. We'll begin again soon.
But Darkwood falls before me, with broken bow and blackened leaf. I stand where trees meet with the sky, and in the stillness find you by. When all the paths are overgrown, and evening falls with crimson glow, into the forest I will fly, and in its shadow find you by.